How's it going, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of SPT Hatchet to Hero. As always, if you guys haven't watched the previous episodes, please be sure to do so and then come back to this particular episode just so you can keep up to date with how the series is progressing. If you don't want to sit and watch all of the previous episodes, at least watch the last one just to get a little bit of an idea of where we are and how we are progressing. But without further ado, let's jump into this episode. And first things first, we're just going to go ahead and grab our insurance back from Prapor here. Looks like our MP5 was stripped a little bit, as well as the scope from our M700. Not an issue. I kind of expected that to happen, if I'm honest. The kind of mods that we had on the site we had on the M700 was a really nice site, and when it came to being able to kind of run both weapons, I kind of had a feeling that the AI was going to strip all the good stuff from our weapons, which is fine. As I said, it is what it is. It's part and parcel of how the game runs and is played. Regardless of that, we did do a little bit of hideout upgrade in the last episode, so let's just go ahead and install everything that has upgraded in the hideout. We'll then have a little bit of a look to see if there's anything else we can get the ball rolling on. So first and foremost, we'll install this here. The main reason I wanted to install this was because we can craft mag cases, and we can also craft grenade cases, which will be very, very handy. We can also craft Lucky Scav junk boxes, but they do require mag cases, and I don't really want to be using mag cases for Lucky Scav junk box craft, if I'm honest. We can also get backpacks if needed and rigs, but one of the big things is these AK-74 60 round mags. We need these for the ice cream cone quest for Prapor. So we are just going to very quickly go ahead and, before we do anything else, grab the bits that we need in order to craft at least one of these magazines, because then we are one step closer to getting that quest finished. We already have handed in one that we found in a previous episode, but I do want to get the ball rolling on this one as well. So it's an hour 23 that this is going to take to craft, and we'll go ahead and get that ball rolling there. We have got vents installed, so we'll go ahead and do that. Security is also now at level 2, so we'll go ahead and pop that in. Med station is also level 2, which we can go ahead and craft things like the defib for later on. We also have some more stims, and then we can also go ahead and install our heating. Now, if we go to rest space, what do we need to level this up? So we need generator level 2. Generator level 2, we just need a few bits and bobs to get that ball rolling. So we'll go ahead and purchase that through there. And we'll go ahead and get 15 wires. Is there anyone selling 15? There isn't. So let's just go ahead and get 7. And then we will purchase 6 off of this person. Sorry, we needed to purchase all of them, not 6. My mass was completely off there, and we don't actually have enough space in our stash apparently. So we will just go ahead and pop those 2 in there, go back to the flea, and then grab these 2 off of the flea market. And if we go back to the hideout, we can go ahead and upgrade our generator, meaning we have a bit more room now for some more fuel to go in there if we do find that. We do also now have the intelligence center, which is one of the main reasons I'm glad we have one of these folders still. Just need to grab one of the maps. Again, we'll go ahead and grab those via Rebels and construct the Intel Center. So level 2, obviously we need level 3 on a lot of things like security, med station, and nutrition unit. Security level 3, what do we need for this? We need an illumination level 3. Illumination level 3 hinges on obviously generator, as well as getting level 2 on mechanic. I am going to check on workbench. I'm pretty sure this hinges on mechanic as well, so we'll just leave that as it is. Nutrition unit, we can go ahead and get this upgraded, so we will grab the few bits that we need to get this ball rolling. We need all of these. We need one of these, and we have everything next, so we'll go ahead and get that upgraded as well. And that is basically everything that we're going to do in the hideout side of things for the time being. So what do we have on our tasks that we want to go ahead and do? We do have to get PMC headshots from less than 25 meters away. Still have scout mission on Shoreline to do. We still have the car to get for Ragman on Shoreline, and we need to get the other UAV on the crash site. Plus we need to do healthcare privacy part 2. Search the room in the health resort for any documents about Terrorgrab's research, or Terror Group's research even. I can't actually remember what room we need for this, so I'm just going to have a quick check on the old Google. So, healthcare privacy part 2. So for this one, we need to go into West Wing 306, which we need the key for. Do I actually have the key for that yet? I know I have a few keys. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. I don't think I've got the key for that, if I'm honest. I think we will need to go ahead and purchase that key, which is fine. We'll go ahead and do just that. So West Wing 306. Let's go free market. Just put 306 in and take off the hose. West Wing 306. Not the most expensive key in the world, so we'll just go ahead and purchase that. And we are going to go ahead and put that key into this little keyring here. Obviously, we could go ahead and buy some more keys for Resort, but I don't think it's really worth us doing right now. We just kind of want to focus on getting tasks done. Obviously, if you haven't already noticed, we are probably going to run a raid on Shoreline. I am just going to very quickly repair our MP9 here, and I'm going to grab myself. Can I top up this? We can. Do I have any more in that case? We do have a few more, so let's just go ahead and top up our mags with the ammo we have available, and then we will just go filter by item, and I'm probably just going to buy all of these, if I'm honest. Does mean we're very low on rubles again, but I'm hoping that with a decent run on Shoreline, I'm going to take a bag in this time, because obviously I didn't take one in the raid on factory that we finished with, but I am going to take in a lot of PST ammo for the MP9 because I know it is a weapon that's going to pretty much run out of ammo very, very quickly. So I'd rather take a decent stack of ammo. I'm probably a bit overkill with the amount of ammo I have here. I could probably go ahead and just do something like this and have 200 spare rounds rather than running like a ridiculous amount of them. So let's just go ahead and put this back in here. Obviously we can run the MP5 if we wanted to. We can run something a little bit longer range as well, like an ADAR for any longer range engagements, but I feel the MP9 is going to be the weapon of choice. So we do have a backpack stack there, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, we have a completely empty LBT backpack here, which we'll take in. Does mean we now have a bit more room to store a few bits and bobs in the backpack, meaning that we have a bit more room in the stash, which is ideal. We'll go ahead and put the MP7A1 in there, and we'll put a few other mods in there as well. We'll probably put the balaclava in also, but we're going to run Shoreline as our first raid of the episode. Main reason is to try and get healthcare privacy part 2 done. We also want to get scout mission done. We would also love to get Nothing Fishy About This and also Eagle Eye done. If we can get all of those done in the same raid, that would be awesome. And also if we found some Wilston cigarettes even, that would be handy. Another reason why we want to go Shoreline is we do have the weekly task, which we only have a day left to do, because I haven't played in a couple of days since the last episode. But I have a feeling we could probably run 2 to 3 Shoreline runs this episode just to knock this out. Obviously the item rewards aren't great, but the rubles would be nice, the XP would be nice, and the therapist rep. But before we do this raid, we are going to go ahead and just grab ourselves the dailies. We don't need to worry about the scav because we're not going to be running the scav anytime soon. If we found Apollo cigarettes, we'll definitely go ahead and do that. Twitch Rivals Mass is quite funny as a reward. And then the last one we have here is to survive a lighthouse run. So realistically, the only one that we're probably going to get done out of the dailies is the Apollo cigarettes if we find them in raid. But without further ado, that's enough yapping before the start of this particular raid. We're going to jump into a shoreline run and hopefully we can get some tasks completed. Alrighty, so we are into raid number 1 and we have spawned down by the village. So we are going to very quickly just do a little bit of looting down here, I feel. Just because I would like to see if we can get some food and drink whilst we're down here. But we're not going to spend too much time here. We want to get to resort as quickly as possible, because we do need the PMC kills up at resort. It might not even just be PMCs, it might also be scavs, but I'm almost certain it is excuse me, just PMCs that we are hoping to get the kills on this map. But I'm also very tempted to... Actually, I'm going to go to the swamp here because we have spawned close enough to it to go and get the quest done for Ragman with regards to his SUV. So we will head in the general direction of the swamp here. If I have my bearings correct, we should need to go this way to get to the swamp. And if anything is to be kind of taken away from playing SPT, the spawns of PMCs doesn't always happen right at the start of a raid. Like in a previous episode, if you guys have been watching, I had a PMC, I think it was on Interchange, I literally had a PMC spawn in directly in front of me. And I still haven't figured out a way. There's probably a keybind that I can press to change the settings on the spawns and how early and late and all that kind of stuff that both scavs and PMCs spawn. But I haven't found it yet. So if you guys know of how to do that, then I'd be greatly appreciative of the information. So I would prefer not to have that same situation happen again, where obviously a PMC just spawns out of the blue directly ahead of me. We are going to have a quick look in here because I know we can find food and drink in this cabin. We will take the D-Bat just in case we get a quest, like a daily quest, to have D-Bats handed in. I know it's also for a barter, but it will be one of the first things we drop. We need this sledgehammer, but I always find it so early in my raids that I just don't really want to be taking it. Like, the sledgehammer would be lovely to take, don't get me wrong, for the hideout. But the downside is that keck tape will be handy for the next craft of the 60 rounder. But the downside of it is finding it so early means you've got to carry it through the raid, and I just don't really feel like doing that the whole raid because it's just going to slow me down a little bit more than I want it to. So I'm gonna leave that there. But I'm almost certain, if my memory is correct, Ragman's SUV is in the swamp. I just cannot remember the exact location of said SUV. I'm pretty sure it's on the outskirts. In fact, I thought that was a vehicle for a second. I was about to say, in fact, I think I found it, but I haven't. But I'm pretty sure let's go that way. It was on the outskirts of the swamp. But now I'm kind of second guessing myself. And the only downside about running through the swamp is obviously whenever you hit the swamp, like the actual swampy bit, so to speak, you run super slow. In fact, you can't run at all, which is understandable. You're going for a bog. Please open this. You're going for a bog, so it's like it's not going to be like you can just sprint through it willy-nilly. So I understand why it's like that. But I am now very confused as to the exact location of this SUV. Because I thought I would have been able to like spot it like sticking out the swamp. But so far, not really had any luck with that. A lot of the stuff we're taking right now we don't actually need. But we'll pick it up for the time being, mostly for XP purposes, more than anything else. Anything worthwhile in here? No, the thermostat sells for a little bit, I suppose. Plus, I've got to remember that we are fairly low on rubles now, so picking up anything we can. Found the SUV. Picking up anything we can is of vital importance. But the SUV is just over there by the looks of things. So we'll go ahead and get the old completion noise for this task done. And then we can move on to the resort. We are on the side of the map that we need to get the whatchamacallit, the drive from the UAV. Take all of that. Lovely. It's now just remembering where the UAV is. I'm pretty sure it's this way, if memory serves correctly. So we will head in this direction. I was just about to say we need to be wary of scavs. Have we got a heavy bleed? We don't, it's just taking my arm off, okay. Gonna have to do surgery now, my friend. Thanks to you. He had a Tagilla mask on? Oh, it was a player. Damn, okay. I thought this was a scav, not gonna lie. I will take your tri-zip, thank you. We'll take the Tagilla mask as well, why not? What ammo did you have in this thing? Not the greatest ammo in the world. Is there anything I want from this? Probably this. Take the stock as well. But, yeah, we don't actually want that. We'll take your medication, why not? Other than that, we are good to go. So we just got to remember we do have an arm to put back on fairly soon. But we are very lucky that the player didn't end up destroying us there. Thankfully, I'm pretty sure like the killer armor took a little bit of the damage for us. So, gotta be... Did I drop him? I did, holy cow. What is going on, man? Is that my stomach? It is, okay. Before we do anything, before we even attempt to go and loot that player, we are putting us... Bro! How can you see me? I am in a bush. Leave me alone. We need to put our stomach on. But what? I don't want these players here. I want them at resort. Give me people at resort. So glad we bought all of this backup ammo, I'm not going to lie. If we didn't bring this backup ammo, we had, say, ammo just like 100 rounds. That would have been an ouch situation for sure. We'll make sure we've got a full mag in the MP9. The only downside about using this MP9 is the fact that it is such a close range weapon. Like, I was about to say short range, both works. But it's such like a close range weapon that if we do get into engagements like we just did, we have to be like very wary of how we play them. Thankfully, we played them fairly well, I want to say, in that situation. Especially the first one, we like stayed behind cover. There was someone else shooting at me over here as well. I just don't know where from. What do you have, good sir? You have a grenade launcher? Take that, take that. Can't take that off, that sucks. I don't really want to be taking the whole weapon just grenade launcher, I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather oh yeah, we've got the pointman, I keep forgetting it. Oh no, how have I forgotten about stuff in my pointman again, man? Damn, how many 45 round mags do you want? PP ammo? Is it worth us taking it? It might be. Yeah, we'll take it. I kind of want to take their rig as well. Should have already checked the ammo in there, but never mind. Install? Can't. Oh, of course you can't. What if I do this? No. Unload, load, slot that in there. How am I going to do this? That can go in there, that can go in there. Actually, that can go in there. We could probably unload a couple of these mags. Put that in there. Do we have room in here? We don't. That can fit in there. That mag's empty, I'm pretty sure now. Yeah, that mag's empty. Do something like this. Drop this because I'm not going to be using it, I'm going to be honest. And then we can do something like this. Drop this. This can go in there. Drop this and put the alpha rig on. PP ammo there. That can go there. Lovely. Okay, we can now reload the AK-12, which is glitched on their back for some reason. They were blind firing. Okay, up here. How they weren't dying is beyond me there. I swear I was hitting headshots, but evidently I was not. So there's got to be a player and a scav. At least now we have something a bit more long ranged in terms of the AK to use. Had an MP9N that's got a suppressor on it. Anything else worth taking here? I mean, let's take these. We'll eat this. Does mean we're going to have to find some... I was about to say hydration, but we found some. Lovely. I'm so tempted to just drop this AK, if I'm honest. I'm going to do so. I'm just going to take a couple of things off, because otherwise we're going to be overweight. And I think we're just good to go now. Frees up a lot more weight on us, which is nice. Got a full mag in the MP9. See what matey boy up here had. Yeah, so one was a scav, one was a player. Thought that would be the case. We'll take the nade for our push up to resort. Another green tea's handy. Nothing in the wallet, and we won't worry about that. Right, let's repack our mags whilst we have an opportunity to do so. Still can't believe we left stuff in our appointment. Is what it is. I don't know how long it's been in there for, I'm not going to lie. Okay, so we now need to just push to resort. I cannot remember where the UAV is. Was it this side we needed? No, it wasn't this side we needed, because it was... we got the side with the new like camp and area, and that was like this side. So when we go through resort, we need the UAV drive from the other side. That nade's behind us. I think I just heard a flash though. Like down to our right over here. Don't know why my cursor's all of a sudden on the screen. There we go. Apparently I was logged out of Ubisoft, which is why my cursor popped up. I had to change my password on the website, so it's probably just kicked me out of the launcher, which is fine. I do have a morphine if I feel like I need to pre-pain before going in. I think we should be okay. So we just need to hope that we find people in resort or around resort. Because we do need to get a couple of kills down here for what's his face, Scorpion. Now I can never remember whether this is east or west, so we'll go and have a quick check. Well, there's a dead body at 306 here. Okay, we can unlock it, so we are on the right side. Just grab our folder we need. So right now, I'm not 100% sure if there's anyone here. Take that to Shonga because we need that for a quest. We'll take the bolts as well. We need to keep at least a 2 slot open to be able to reload our mag efficiently. Okay, there's one more kill. Around the resort as we needed for Scorpion. I think they're below us. they gone out this way? I think our helmet saved us there. Stairs. That was a scary fight. They hit us in our head. Yeah, they hit our head. Our helmet saved us there for sure. That was, yeah, that was not quite the way I expected that to go. They had a PP-19. Respectable, respectable. $15k rubles. I mean, that's enough for us to get the car if we wanted to take the car, I suppose. You can also drink that milk for some hydration. The Zook's a really nice storage rig, thinking about it. Let's continue to pack our mags whilst we sort our loot out here. We don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. Just trying to think. Probably don't need the USD really. We can drink the milk. Don't need the PP ammo. And the screwdriver can go, meaning we can put that in there. Do something like this. Okay, cool. So I think we only need a single more kill here on Shoreline at the resort for Scorpion. So we may as well try and stay around here, just in case we have another PMC rock up, or if a scav counts. A scav, I don't know if scav counts though. I think it might just be PMCs. Let's have a quick check. Scout mission. Eliminate any targets. Okay, so it could be a scav. Like, a scav works. So, as of recording right now, I know there's a event going on the live servers, which includes every single scav boss apart from Zerachi spawning on Shoreline. Can't tell if they're below us. What? 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 What were you trying to do, my friend? Scav just trying to walk through a wall, apparently. Okay. I mean, if that's what you're into. We need this morphine. Ow! Like, where? No idea if that connected with the player that's below us or the scav that's below us or not. The answer was no, but we got him with the last bullet of that spray. Holy cow. Okay, I know we wanted action at this spot, but this is insane. Like, this is too much. There's too much going on. I want to know who they were shooting at, though, and whether they killed them. Because going for their loot is going to be a bit treacherous if they didn't kill whoever it was they were fighting with. We still have the player... where else was the other player? The other player was that side, right? Like out the back. So we have little Timmy Scav Boy here. We almost had our head ripped off by this person, man. Holy cow. Not found in raid morphine. That Propital come in handy though. You could probably pop that morphine potentially. Take your backpack. We'll pop the morphine just so we have some sort of T ammo, no thank you. Some sort of painkiller on the go, just in case. I am very tempted just to leave the player that we killed on the other side. We've got our kills that we needed at Resort for the task for Scorpion. So we don't really need to... And we've got the folder, so we don't really need to stay around here at all. It could have been Sniper Scav, I suppose, that shot us to begin with. But then they don't really have an angle to where I was, so I'm not sure. Really not sure what was going on there. I'm a little bit paranoid now that there's someone still in like this courtyard to our right that's gonna like blast us in the face or something silly. So I'm just gonna go down a little bit lower. Hopefully not get shot by a potential Sniper Scav that might still be up. And I do need to repack some mags, so let me just do that whilst we have a quick opportunity now, because we have a fair few mags that are empty, which is not ideal. Our killer armor that we found in the last episode is holding up really well for us though. Plus the Cowman helmet is coming clutch this raid. Plus the amount of backup ammo that we brought in was also seems like the ideal amount, considering that we've gone through quite a few magazines already and got quite a few kills out of it already. Definitely seems like it was worth the extra effort to bring the extra ammo in. By the time we repack our mags as well, we'll have a spare slot in our tri-zip backpack to be able to put probably the squash, if I'm honest, maybe the RGN grenade so we don't accidentally use it, because we want to try and keep hold of that for Grenadier when we go to try and complete that quest. We'll probably do that on Factory. So we'll put that in there, and then we'll just add the additional ammo that we have left over into this mag here. And then we are pretty much set to go. Lovely. Let's move on. So the last thing that we're really looking for this raid is the UAV, the crashed UAV. If we can find that, which I think is in a field fairly close by. If we can find that, then we're good. Ah, no. Okay, I know where we are now. Did we pick up the rubles? I can't remember. We did. Okay, so we have rubles to be able to hit the car exfil. So we were incorrect in our thinking on the Eagle Eye quest. I thought we are on this side of the map. When we weren't on this side, we're obviously on the opposite side. So we still need to go and get that done. But we do need to come back to Shoreline for our weekly anyway. So it's not the end of the world. We can just kind of get out of this raid now and reset. then we are in a good spot in terms of having quests completed, number one, but also continuing to come to Shoreline to continue obviously getting quests done as well. I'm pretty sure the last morphine that we got found in raid is needed for a therapist task, so we might have also completed that whilst we were in this raid too. Is the car here? Yes, it should be, but I can't remember if the car is like a guaranteed. It is. I'm pretty sure it is anyway. I was about to say, I don't know if the cars are guaranteed like spawn or not on this map. Regardless, we're going to get out this raid. We're going to reset. We are lucky to come out of this raid alive. There were so many engagements that we should have died in this raid, I'm not going to lie. But we are getting out this raid. That is the main thing. The main thing is survival. We got the kills for Scorpion. We've got the folder for Therapist. We've got Ragman's car. I think we found the last morphine we needed for a therapist task as well. The only thing we couldn't get done or didn't get done is obviously finding the other UAV for Peacekeeper. But regardless, we managed to get a decent chunk done on this raid. I'm going to take a sip of my water right now whilst we're waiting for the extract to go through. Lovely, lovely. So I did my my food shop today, and I said to myself, I'm going to go to Food Warehouse, which is a place in the UK which is tied into Iceland, like a frozen place. But the main reason I went in there was to grab these bottles of flavoured water. I used to drink these a lot when I was trying to get on my health grind the first time round. I'm a lot better at being on the health grind now with like food and stuff. But I was like, I'm going to grab a case of 8 of those, which I did, and then I grabbed 3 cases of 24 cans. I had Pepsi Max, a flavoured Pepsi, and Fanta Zero, and they were like £24 for 3 cases. I was like, I'm going to get all of my stuff there. But regardless, this was a very good raid. Obviously, this particular player right here, this bear, we didn't go ahead and loot or grab the dog tag. No idea what they were using or anything like that, but regardless, we managed to get a decent raid under our belt. We got 3 kills with headshots, so cannot complain about that. Let's go ahead and just apply the healing, which is only going to cost us just under 2,000 rubles, but we have got a decent amount of loot in the bag now, or a decent amount of stuff that we can sell for loot in the bag, should I say. So I'm pretty sure the next thing to do is to hand in these tasks that we got completed. So first and foremost, healthcare privacy, we'll have that in. General wares, we'll give in to Shonka. Did we need another morphine? No, okay, we did the morphine, but I know we need morphines for somebody else at some point. Nothing fishy about this. Done. Scorpion scout mission is also done. So let's just go ahead and complete this. So we now have monitoring, which we need to put Wi-Fi cameras down in the cellars, room behind the med tent, gate 0 and gate 3 on factory, all at night time. Okay, so it means we do need to do a nighttime raid on factory at some point. We could try and tie that in for this next episode even. Then healthcare privacy part 3, we need to locate the van out of the Health Resort Medical Services Director on Woods. We know where that is. We're not going to be doing Woods right now, but we do know where that is, so that's fine. But regardless, we will just go ahead and grab the rewards from the 3 tasks we just completed. That flash drive we can actually hand into Jaeger, I'm pretty sure. Shady business. Lovely. And then last but not least, let's grab the therapist rewards as well, which is quite happily a bunch of Salewas. So we don't have any room in here. We do actually need to replace our serve kit very, very soon because we are only on 2 out of 15 left. So we will need to replace that. We are going to put a Slayer in there as some backup meds. And then we can put the other Slayers down into our med pouches that we've got in our stash, like so. So back up to 100 odd K in rubles, which obviously isn't amazing, but we have a fair few bits and bobs to sell. So first and foremost, Ragman, you can have this. We're keeping hold of this headset because it is by far and away the best headset in the game, in my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinions, if I'm honest. Do I have room for a headset in here? I do not. That's fine. Just trying to see if I could make room to put these Contact 4s anywhere, but we can't. So that's not an issue. So I'm going to sell the intelligence folder. I'm going to sell the pass. But everything else I will chuck into the junk box for now. I'm pretty sure I don't need an Intel folder anymore. Let's have a quick look. Intel level 2. Intel level 2. Are we doing Intel level 2? I can't remember. I think we might be. Or are we doing level 1? Let's have a look. Okay, so we do need that folder of intelligence, so we won't sell that. I'm glad I checked. So I'll put that in there for now. Propitol can go in there. This morphine can go down here because we need it for a quest. Dog tag. We don't have any room for that. The S March and the AFAC. AWL can go in there. We'll sell this. Dog tag can go down here. This can go down here. This can go down here. The relay, the hose, the Kedora. Golden Star can go here. This will sell. This to Shonka will also sell. Hose can go down here. The Iskra will sell. Sell this. Keck tape we need. Need the G-phone. We need the Aramids. Need these. Do I have a weapon this can go on? Could have gone on the ASFAL, but we've already got one, it seems. We'll keep hold of the laser. That can go in there. The can all be sold. Rubles we'll keep hold of. The actual rig can be sold, but we'll do that in a second. So let's sell to Therapist real quick. Peacekeeper is probably the next person to sell to, because we need 25k. We had the level on him, so we'll sell what we can to him as well. This can be sold, and then we need to figure out our backpack stack. Unless what we do real quick is do this. Pop that there. Not that there. That there real quick. Do I have room to put... trying to think here. What's in here? Another few backpacks and then some loot. What's in here? A T30, which is bigger than that, but it's the same size as that. Tri-zip, another T30, another tri-zip, and then we have a bunch of loot. So let's put this stuff in here. Not gonna fit the Scar. Okay, that's fine. But just like that, we have a bunch of backpacks again, which is handy. Not mechanic, sorry, Ragman. You can have this, my friend, and then the Scar can sit just here. In fact, do we run the Scar this raid instead? I think we might run the Scar instead of the MP9. I think we're going to run the Scar instead of the MP9. It's going to be an interesting decision, I feel. Solely because... let me put this here. Solely because when it comes to the Scar, we'll take that in. It can be very slow to ADS. But... as we're not really looking to go to resort, it doesn't really matter too much in my opinion. So let me take the RK0 off real quick. Do I have a better grip? I do have a better grip on the ADAR. I'm pretty sure, is a 60 round mag a mag that can go. It's not. And M855, I guess, fine. I just wanted to double check. So I want to put a suppressor on it as well, actually. Wouldn't mind suppressing this weapon. Edit presets. Suppressor. Bosh. It'll apparently take up more room than is available. Just take that off, chuck that on. Okay, so suppressed MK17. Is there a shorter barrel we could put on this, maybe? Let me double check that. Where is our barrel? Here. We can put a 13-inch on, which is obviously shorter. I think that's the play, you know. Shorten the barrel down. Bosh. Yeah, shorten the barrel down. Have a flashlight on. Okay, so that's fine. Probably want another, like a front sight on it, just to add a bit of an ergo, probably. So let me just see if I can pop on one of those. Edit preset. So we have a Scar RS on the back. We'll put a front sight on, but not there. What do we even want on the front? Because we can't really put anything. I think we're only going to get +1 ergo, which is fine. We might as well grab that then. Like so. Lovely. Cool. So that is a Scar. We need... Do we have any other mags for it already? We do not, by the looks of things, which is fine. Let's just pop that in there. Do a little bit of this. We need to get rid of this this barrel. So just go ahead to mechanic and sell that to him, as well as this. Bosh. So any weapons we're not going to use that we have out. I mean, the Glock I probably won't use, so we'll get rid of that for the time being. Put that grip here for now, and then make a little bit more room in the stash. So we now need to grab a few more of these, so we might as well grab all of those. And we have M80, which I think is what we need. So filter by item, grab all of that because we can. And then we'll put this in as backup ammo. Lovely. Okay, so we're pretty much ready to rock and roll into another Shoreline run. Let's take out this real quick and put that here. This Salewa we will get rid of, and we'll just take this AFAC in for our healing instead. So the main thing we're looking to do here is Eagle Eye. That's the big thing. Obviously, survive the raid is also a big thing for our weekly, which we need 2 more survivals to be able to get that sorted. Is there anything else we have on Shoreline apart from Eagle Eye right now? There is not. Okay, so literally Eagle Eye is the only thing that we're looking to probably get finished. So in that case, I am very tempted to do something like this and just not take a backpack in and literally just go in with the Scar, the gear that we've got and our container, because we've got a little bit of looting if we find anything in the appointment. Obviously we can sell these keys if we needed. We don't actually need to really take that in at all. So let's do this. Is anyone else selling M80? Not yet, that's fine. So in that case, let me take some money in for the car. Like so. And then we're pretty much good to go. The only thing maybe is to take an aquamarine for water. But yeah, we're pretty much good to go. So we're going to jump into another shoreline run. This time around, we are looking to essentially just get done the Eagle Eye quest. I'll probably bring Google up just to see the exact location of the UAV that we're looking for prior to loading into the raid. And then once we found out the rough location that we need to go to, we'll then push through and get ourselves to that location. But without further ado, let's jump into Shoreline and get this last task done before the new set of tasks come from Peacekeeper. Alrighty, we are good to go. And to be fair, I think our spawn is actually not too bad, because we need to pass the location we need to get to in order to we need to pass the drone in order to get out of this raid. Plus, up here we have a chance of getting flash drives. I just knocked my mic by accident. We have an opportunity to get flash drives here too, through the filing cabinets, which we need for, I was about to say Peacekeeper. We don't need it for Peacekeeper, we need it for Jaeger. We also need to still find, I think, one Alionka. I just saw a scav over here, I'm pretty sure. How have I not hit you the first time, bro? Like, I don't get how I've missed that shot. Gonna be honest, but we did. Just gotta be wary now, there's a scav in this hut that we don't have an angle on here either. I'm just gonna go inside real quick then. I suppose hit any med bag in here, the answer is yes. Just got to be wary that we might be shot at from the scav. Oh, this airdrop's going to be interesting. Depending on where it lands, depends on whether I go for it, if I'm honest. There's a CPU fan down there. This MRE can go in here. This vase can go in there. The rubles can go down here. I'm kind of not really worried too much about grabbing anything from these filing cabinets now. I just kind of want to see where this airdrop's going to land. Just got to be wary of the scav still, of course. Okay, the airdrop's going to land roughly the way that we want to be running, so we will go ahead and see if we can get anything nice out of here. The biggest thing, I've got a really itchy nose again, but the biggest thing for me from this airdrop would be a backpack, if there's decent loot in there. Let's switch to single fire for the time being whilst we're out in the open. But I had a quick look at the location for the UAV for Eagle Eye, and it's between like the resort and the swamp roughly, but also it's between the back end of the village and I think the cottages, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but it's roughly where we kind of avoided the location basically in the last raid. Let's actually swap this back to full auto now we're closer to the drop, because this is in a bit of a precarious location, bottom of resort, or even it could be just outside resort. So there's always a possibility that we could actually get a player kill or a scav kill that's got a reasonable backpack for us in and around this area, if there's no backpack in the drop, because it's dropping literally just outside resort. I'm gonna pre-pop a painkiller here. Just in case we get into any sticky situations. Yeah, it's literally right outside resort. Okay. It's a good job that we popped the PK, I think. It's a plan. Just gonna check these windows before I run in this time. Because last time we got killed from people just there. It looks like we're okay from that location. Before I loot it, I am going to double check inside. There's blood here. Okay. Think we might be okay. Just hoping for a bag, especially with these. No bag, and we might go hunting in resort for a player. But there's plenty of room for a bag to be in here. Oh, hello. Obviously still time for a bigger bag to be in here. There's a bigger bag. We want this, by the way. I really want this. So, can this fit in here? It can't? Ah, that's frustrating. That is a bigger bag though. But it can't fit, which is unideal. Mayo. We'll take the SP ammo for the whatchamacallit, take the SP ammo for the AS valve that we've got, but we are going to be one chonky person right now, and we're not going to be regaining stam whilst we walk either. And I definitely just double press Z to drop my bag. Like, I don't know if that weapon thing is worth us taking or not. I mean, it could be, but I haven't got or seen anything really amazing come out of them before. But then at the same time I could be lying, because I have actually found some reasonably good ammo in them before. Right, let's sprint away from here. I don't want to be caught outside resort. I would love to have like a mule stim right now. Like a mule stim would be... I don't know why. I'm double tapping Z, and every time I do it, the first thing my character does is check his mag. Even though I'm double tapping Z. I know Z is to check my mag, but double tap is to drop my bag. Really? It is foggy AF. And they're seeing me, but I don't see them. Love that. They were in this back corner. Seems like they've moved. Which is fine, but at the same time it's not ideal. Because now we have no idea where they've moved to. Found him. It's the same guy, because I recognise that helmet. Morphine's a huge find. X-ray room key? Don't think I've ever heard of that key before. I'm probably just going to drop the spade. I don't think it's worth keeping. Especially now that we've found the melee that we've got. Just don't think the spade's worth us keeping hold of. Okay, so we've got to remember we are looking to grab the UAV flash drive. That is the whole point of us coming in this raid. Regardless of finding the airdrop. The whole point is to get out of this raid. A, to survive for the weekly. But B, to be able to excuse me, to be able to get the UAV done. The downside is it's so damn foggy that in normal daylight and normal circumstances and weather, as in like weather that isn't this gloomy, I'd probably be able to spot the UAV quite easily on my travels. But with it being this foggy, it's going to be a little difficult to like spot anything in the distance. At least this guy's kind of helped me find it. Because he's seeking refuge behind it. Headshot. One tapped. And I appreciate you helping me find the UAV as well, my friend. Much obliged. Now have a mule stim on you and I'll be very, very grateful. Ironically, that fight was super handy for us. It's a normal AK-74U. Oh, we need those Apollos, so that's handy. Stash key will take... don't really need anything else there. What ammo did you have? US. No tar. Oh look, the sun's come out. Would have liked that a little bit sooner, game, but never mind. We found what we needed to. So we are at the swamp. Let's eat this tarka and drink the aquamarine. Lovely. So I think our best bet here might be tunnel. Got a really itchy ear. But yeah, I think our best bet's going to be tunnel here. Sorry about that, but when you have an itchy ear and you need to itch it, because if I don't itch an itchy ear, it just irritates the hell out of me. How long have we got? 28 minutes. We've got plenty of time to get to this exfil. What are we looking like? We're fine on hydration and food because we remembered to bring stuff in with us, which is the biggest thing. So I think the last raid of this episode, we're going to try and smash out the most recent task we got from Scorpion. So going to Nighttime Factory and placing the Wi-Fi cameras down. I think that's our best opportunity at a final raid to keep within like the time limit I'm trying to give myself for each episode. Like obviously the max is 2 hours depending on how long the raids last. But at the same time, if I can keep it to like an episode to like as close to an hour, hour and a half as possible, that's kind of what I'm going to aim to do from now on. I'm not too worried about putting my arm back on right now. Although it does put our serve kit back down to, I like to say back down, it does put our serve kit down to 1 use. And we have time to do it, so we might as well. Because then when we get back to the stash, we can just go ahead and get rid of this one and put a new one in. Even if it's just a CMS for now, we get serve kits from the Scorpion task. Yes, we are fatigued, but that's because we are carrying so much weight. Take this. I was about to say and be on our merry way, but we are gonna wade through the swamp and hope that we don't get shot at whilst we do it. Because we have no cover and our only means of fighting back is just to shoot and pray. So we have 25 minutes left, so still plenty of time in the raid just to get out. Pretty sure path to lighthouse is over there, if I'm not mistaken. So we could, instead of going to tunnel, which was the original fort process I had, we could just cut to our right here and go to a different exfil entirely, which is probably the better play with how overweight we are right now. Plus it does mean we get out of the raid perfectly fine and we get Eagle Eye sorted. I can't remember what comes after Eagle Eye, I'm not going to lie. But I am kind of tempted to go into a very quick factory run to finish this episode, as I said. To get the Wi-Fi cameras down at night time. Because much like the IRL servers, it seems that there are less AI PMCs that get spawned in at nighttime factory. I could be talking out my arse, that could be completely wrong, and I could have just run into less AI PMCs than usual on that kind of time frame on factory, but at the same time it might just be a thing. They may have programmed it to be like, okay, there are plenty of PMCs that go daytime factory on live servers, but not many that go nighttime. Let's program our AI PMCs like that. Who knows? Regardless, I'm very, very, very thankful that I remembered this was an exfil. Okay, yeah, we don't need Climber's Trail, that's fine. I was like, wait, is this Climber's Trail? No, no it's not. This is indeed Path to Lighthouse. We just got to wait for the exfil to kick in for us, which should be around this location, he says. There we go. Just like that, we are getting out of another successful shoreline run. Done and dusted. Eagle Eye sorted. Got a couple of kills. Managed to get a backpack. Managed to obviously get a another airdrop, which was super ideal. 2 level 9s. Obviously not the greatest, but we'll take what we're given. We will definitely take what we are given. So, I think first and foremost, we're going to put our locked weapon case into the stash and open that and see what it gives us. So actually, before we do that, let's turn this in. So the last thing I want to do is completely forget about it. We can turn in the MREs. So we need to eliminate scavs whilst using the UN uniform, which is obviously the untarred body armor and helmet on Shoreline. And we also need to locate the 2 trucks and use markers on those. Let's just grab the rewards from Peacekeeper. So we have a site that we'll probably end up using at some point. I'm just trying to fill in all of the gaps that we've got going on right now, just so the stuff from the airdrop actually lands in relatively decent spots in the stash for us. So something like that. That keyring has some space, so we will go ahead and slot that in there. And then we will put the US dollars in here and put this keyring up here. So then we do have room to slot this in and unpack it. Not enough space in the stash to unpack that. Are you serious? Are you deadly serious? Okay. And in that case, let us very quickly sort out our loot. The Apollos go down here. This can go down here. That can go in there. Put that here. The whiskey. put that there for now. And the 2 suppressors, so sell those bits. So Jaeger, you can have the whiskey, my friend, even though we do need it for a task. Eventually, we'll just sell it there. And we'll sell this here. We're going to sell this as well. Move this down here, that can go in there. Put something in there, do this. Move that, move that, move that. Ragman, you can have this. Let's put a bunch of this stuff in a backpack. So we have room to unpack this now. Lovely. Okay, so we've got an M1A, a massive M1A barrel. Obviously M1A mags, M993 Tushonka, CMS. Okay, so not a bad haul by any means, but also not the greatest. We are just going to sell the M1A and those bits because I don't see us using it, if I'm perfectly honest. And then we can go ahead and just do a little bit of maneuvering around to put everything back excuse me, everything back into the stash, or in the stash regardless. Got quite a few stims from these drops, so when we do get around to samples, it might be a case that we already have a reasonable amount of the stims needed. That would be the ideal situation. We don't need this stim at all, or this stim it seems, or even this stim, even though that stim is actually not found in raid, but still. We are just going to sell it regardless. But it hasn't even got a tick on it at all, so doesn't seem like we need it apparently. This can go in here, and we are going to put on the P90. And the reason we're putting the P90 on is because we are going into factory. So our 60 round mag has just completed, so that's very handy to see. The Sprats we'll probably sell. That Aquamarine we're just going to get rid. Actually, let's just use all of this and use all of this. USP we could probably sell. We are running out of room, I'm not going to lie. The vase we need eventually. This can go in here, this can go in here. The mayo will sell. That can go in there. Lovely. So mayo, you can be sold to therapist, like so. And we are going to take a backpack in just so we have room more than anything. We could take in an MP9, but I think the P90... Do we have the ammo actually for the P90? I don't know if we do. So instead, let us take in the MP9 that we know we have the ammo for. Excuse me. Where did I put that P90? Oh, here. That can go there. USP will probably end up selling, but we'll leave it there for now. We have meds. We just need to replace this because we're just going to get rid of that with this one. And then we're going to take a Propotol in as our actual meds, or our painkiller, should I say, for our meds. And just like this, we have that done. So let me go ahead and grab the 60 round mag from the hideout. And then we'll go ahead and craft another one. But just by looking at the amount of time that we've been recording for, I'm not actually going to do the run on factory in this episode. I'm going to leave the factory run to start the next episode. So at least that way we have a different map to run our first raid of the episode on in the next episode. But also, it does mean that we will be able to hopefully get the task done on Shoreline. I was about to say Lighthouse there, but we can at least try and get those done. Let me go for 80 rounds from you. Yeah, so we can at least get those done. Obviously, the daily being the weekly being the big one. I am going to make sure I record the next episode within the time frame for the weekly, because we still have literally 2 days left. I'm going to record it tomorrow, which is a Sunday. I've recorded this on the Saturday, so we will record it on the Sunday to be able to get this done. Obviously, we had Apollos, but I'm pretty sure we sold them or dropped them. Don't know why, but we did. Regardless of that, that is going to do it for this particular episode, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more uploads from myself within the gaming side of things. I also have a TCG channel, which I'm going to be uploading to a lot more frequently. There'll be a link to that in the description down below, as well as all of my social media, as well as my TikTok and Twitch, which I do stream on fairly regularly. But regardless of that, guys, I appreciate you tuning into this video, and I'll see you in the next one.